This is Bill Jasper with the New American Magazine and our special on-site coverage of the United Nations RIO+20 Conference on Sustainable Development, also known as the Earth Summit. Correspondent Alex Newman is in Rio de Janeiro today. It's June 19, the day before the official opening of the summit. Alex, I understand you and the camera crew spent part of the day today at Flamenco Park, which is where the so-called People's Summit of NGO activists is centered. That's near downtown Rio. What did you see there today?
Well, we started off at Flamenco Park to go see the People's Summit. We interviewed a lot of people. We talked to the Ford Foundation about what they were up to down here. We talked to various socialists, self-admitted Marxists, Trotskyites, these types, who thought we basically need to smash global capitalism. That's the answer to making the world sustainable. Lots of things for sale, lots of protests. Some protests were against the UN because they weren't allowed to participate in the summit directly. Others thought that they weren't doing enough. And so there was a lot going on down there, not quite exactly what we expected, but it was interesting to see. Again, lots of leftists, radical leftists, and that was pretty much the overarching theme.
And from the People's Summit, you then went across town to the official UN conference, which is located at the conference center known as Rio Centro. With all that added congestion, that must have taken a while, especially in traffic.
Yeah, it's about a 45 minutes drive or an hour with traffic, so it's quite a ways.
Well, I don't envy you that. And I hear you ran into billionaire media mogul Ted Turner at Rio Centro. What did he have to say?
Well, when we arrived, we looked around for a little while, and there wasn't too much going on immediately, so we stepped into one of the rooms, UN Room 3, and at first there was a panel discussion, a feminist discussion, about how women should rule the world to abolish war and make the planet more sustainable. And after that, that was followed up by a discussion with Ted Turner and a woman who was interested in preserving the oceans. So Ted Turner basically told us about how he would like to see a global ban on plastic. He spoke glowingly of a new law in some African country where the entire population of the country is forced to go pick up trash. He thought that was a great idea for everybody, and he said the president also picked up trash, so that made the population more motivated to do it. And we got to ask him quickly about his views on population. He implied that obviously the population is too large right now for his liking, and his solution to solving the supposed problem would be to have the UN finance contraception for everybody. And he also, for some reason, thought that that would reduce the number of abortions. I think studies show that that's not the case, but he seemed to think that that was the case, and he thought that those would be the best methods of reducing the global population.
Did Turner's event draw a big media crowd?
I would say there was between 50 and 100 people in the room, a couple of video cameras rolling. It was nothing huge or spectacular. It was pretty informal. They pulled a guy up from the audience to translate into Portuguese. So it wasn't any, well-planned, huge, organized event. So it was more of a casual type thing. They took a couple of questions from the audience.
How about American politicians? Have any U.S. governors, senators, or congressmen shown up there to your knowledge?
We haven't seen any yet, but we will update you as soon as we find out what's going on. I will be heading over to the Rio Centro over there tomorrow morning first thing, and I will get back to you guys with what's going on over there.
Well, I know you have a busy schedule there. That's going to be tough getting across town through all the traffic and everything, but we're looking forward to your reports, your commentary, and we'll stay tuned. Thanks a lot.